Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. Finally, I have my Moroccan Iris. That is the fragrance house that we're going to be talking about today. I also have 4 other samples, and this fragrance has been on my wish list since 2021. They were not attainable for us in America, or I think the shipping charge was like $50, $60. But now Lucky Scent has LORGA Parfums. So I'm super excited. I was able to sample a lot. There are a couple of other ones that I want to sample as well. There's a rose one, and then there's I think another one which is slightly gourmand leaning as well. So there are 2 or 3 more that I need to sample from the house, and then I think I'll be done. But like I said, Lucky Scent, they now carry these fragrances, and then you can use somebody code with a 10 on it, y'all, and get 10% off. Lucky Scent has really been stepping their game up. They have been carrying a lot of Italian fragrance that have been unreachable for us in the US. So I'm super excited about that, on top of at least getting the taxes off, y'all, a 10% discount. So without further ado, please follow me on Instagram. It's Marcelena. A lot of fun reels, kind of give you a preview of what I'll be talking about over here most of the time, or I'll link it in the shorts as well, or place it in the shorts, not link it. And then make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notification bells so that every time I do upload a video, you can give a girl some feedback, recommendation, comments, all of that. I get good recommendations from you all, and I've sampled tons of things from all of my subscribers and friends of over here on YouTube and Instagram as well, you guys. All right, so the very first one we're going to talk about is... You guys want to do Moroccan Iris first, or you want to do the samples first? Anyway, let's get Moroccan Iris out of the way, okay? But y'all, I am loving a couple of these other ones that we're going to discuss, and I'll put them on my wish list, okay? All right, so the very first one we're going to talk about, the one that I have been wanting since 2021, always buying other things, but finally decide to pull the trigger and... not duty free, but what do you call it? Shipping free, okay? Because Lucky Scent, they don't have free shipping if you put in the 10%, but the 10% is more based on the amount of the fragrance. But they do have free shipping over a certain amount, but it's only $8. So do your 10%, you're better off. So anyway, Moroccan Iris, and this is by LORGA Parfums, y'all. Nice packaging, you know. This was a beautiful cherry scent that I heard about a couple of years ago from a YouTuber over here, and I think her name's Lauren, okay? Redolescence. I always want to say Redolescence like Steven, but no, it's Lauren Redolescence. I saw it, and then I heard her speak about it, and I was like, ooh. At first I was initially scared because I'm not a huge Iris fan at all. Most Iris fragrances I do not like. I do love Ruby Rouge, and that is a very dominant Iris fragrance, but it smells a little more vanillic and woody, so it doesn't give me like that lipsticky Iris. But this Iris fragrance, I was willing to take a chance on. I did blind purchase this, and initially, y'all, this was not a love at first sniff, okay? I sprayed this as I was going to work, and did I say we were talking about Moroccan Iris first? Yes. I sprayed this when I was going to work, and I was like, this is good. But I was getting, I tasted it. I tasted all the Iris in my throat. Like it was a little waxy upon first smell. Maybe you got to get used to Iris in your system. I don't know, because I've never worn makeup pretty much. So I don't, that scent memory, or that, you know, your brain notices everything. It's very prominent for me, and I literally sprayed it on my arms. I sprayed it about, I think, like 6 or 8 times. I tasted the fragrance all day long in my throat, you guys. I felt like I sprayed it on my tongue. So that Iris was heavy for me upon initial blast. But 2-3 hours into wearing the fragrance, of course I got a couple compliments at work. You smell good. I even questioned me smelling good, y'all. I was like, really? And then my best friend, I met up with my best friend for lunch. We went to this amazing, it's called Pura Vida. It's a vegan restaurant in Redondo Beach. And she said, I don't know what you have on, but you really smell good. I was like, really? I said, you like this? And at that point, I only had it on for about 3 hours that day. And then the wind started to blow. I kept smelling myself. I almost bit my lip. I kept smelling myself. And I said, is this Moroccan Iris that I'm smelling? I kept smelling my skin. It had a transition in this fragrance, and I was very shocked. So initially, like I said, it wasn't a love upon first sniff, but as it started to dry down, I started to get more of the cherry. The iris became a little more buttery and less waxy. I also think I was smelling the violet in here that made it a little powdery as well, which I really wasn't sure of. But the second time I wore this fragrance, I was in love, y'all. As it dried down 6 hours later, I was in love. Now, y'all want to get to the packaging, okay? So anyway, it comes in a basic box, very sturdy. Nice packaging. I actually like the box. The top came separate. It was housed here, and then the perfume. In here, it is a little French, so we will not be reading it. I cannot understand it. It says, "Ne pour la désir des sublimer les matières premières, les plus noblesse, la mission LORGA Parfums invite à travailler les collections les noblesses nectares." Anyway, y'all, it's in French. I tried, okay? So this is the fragrance. The bottle's heavy. This is like a real weapon. This reminds me of another fragrance house that's like super heavy as well. It is the one that Trajan, I can't even remember the name right now, but y'all, the juice is a little golden, but I love this fragrance now. So the first time I wear it, I didn't get all the cherry, and I got a little more iris, and I got a little more violet in the opening. And I was like, where's the cherry? I smell a subtle cherry, but I didn't smell a lot of the cherry. I thought it was going to be like this really juicy cherry fragrance, like slightly buttery, slightly irisy buttery with a slight powdery note to it. But when I wore it the second, as it dried down, like I started to get more of like the cherry. And this is not like a red cherry. I love eating the white cherries that come out in the summertime. So they're white cherries, but they have a little bit of red tinge to it as well, like sporadic red tinge. The white, I don't know if they're called Japanese cherries. I think they may be called, I'm not sure, but maybe that's cherry blossom. But anyway, the white cherries are my favorite cherries. They're almost like a whitish, yellowish color with red streaks. This reminded me of white cherries, those juicy whites. It's not really rich and deep or stewed. It's like a watery, juicy, slightly, this is not tart, but there's just a slight hint of a juicy cherry in this fragrance. Slight hint of tartness, but a juicy cherry. But to tame the slight tartness down, I think the iris and the violet kind of calms that down a bit. But the fragrance is juicy, y'all. I sprayed this on. I wore this the second day, and I was completely in love. I was like, why am I all of a sudden, maybe the atomizer needed to be activated or something. I don't know, y'all. But I was getting more of a very elegant, you know, beautiful iris. Like, I don't like iris, y'all, and I love the iris in this fragrance. It doesn't smell lipsticky or makeup-y like you all usually say. I love the iris in this fragrance. It's really elegant. It's buttery, and the cherry adds that beautiful, juicy, fresh. It's like a very fresh, like a cold, watery white cherry, but it's juicy as well. And then on top of that, you get that violet, a little bit of woodiness. I think there's cedarwood in here, slight woodiness in the dry down. This is super feminine. It's a beast, okay? All of LORGA's parfums, they have stunning performance. Even when I sampled the other ones and I wore them on my skin, when I tell you they lasted like 8 hours, I woke up the next morning and I smelled them. So like 8 10 hours, you guys. These are amazing. Moroccan Iris lasted over 12 hours with moderate performance, projection, like all of that. People were still smelling me at the end of a 13-hour shift. So I was very surprised. Like I said, I wore it the second day and I sprayed it about 10 times. But yeah, Moroccan Iris is a juicy cherry, slightly irisy, slightly powdery, but not like that poudre type powder. This is a very elegant, like a dusting powder, like from the 1950s or something. Not a baby powderish or sickly sweet powdery fragrance, because I really don't like heavy powdery fragrance unless it's slightly gourmand leaning. You know, if you give me a powdery cacao or a powdery vanilla or something like that, powdery peach, yeah, something like that. So yeah, like a powdery cherry, but it's juicy at the same time, you guys. I'm so glad I finally got Moroccan Iris. I almost did not purchase Moroccan Iris, and I was about to blind buy because I'm not buying two of these, okay? They're a little too expensive. They're $285 for a 65, 75 ml, and y'all, this is it, okay? So I do really want, I wanted another one, which is Santal Sugar, but I wasn't sure about blind buying it, okay? Because it is a gourmand, and I just wasn't sure. So I was very sure that I wanted to purchase this one because I wanted to smell the cherry and, you know, get my nose on a little bit more of iris scents, you know, in my fragrance collection. So anyway, y'all, Moroccan Iris, stunning bottle, gorgeous fragrance, very elegant, feminine, amazing lasting power, and it's juicy, you guys. Get your nose on it. Like I said, you can order them from Lucky Scent. This is actually I think it's a metal plaque here. It's not paper, and the top is heavy. The whole bottle is heavy, you guys. Oh, anyway, check out the atomizer, okay? Y'all know I love a good atomizer, and this is an amazing atomizer. So I sprayed it on a reel and I was like, ooh, that one spray was like $20, okay? I was like, no, we can't be spraying this on reels and, you know, just to show the atomizer. But I did it one time and that was it, you guys, okay? All right, so this is it. I have it on this arm as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, gorgeous. Slightly irisy. It's iris. This is a beautiful iris. It's creamy. It doesn't smell synthetic. It smells like a very fresh, very delicate, very natural iris smell, you know? So it's gorgeous, you guys. And like I said, yeah, it's gorgeous. A little woodiness. Ooh, it's good, y'all. So anyway, I just did a picture over on Instagram. So I actually sprayed Zara's. I just purchased this one. I almost bought this one at a ridiculous price a couple years ago, but I decided to wait it out because I was like, Zara has to bring back Rich, Warm, and Addictive, and they did, you guys. This fragrance, everyone needs this in their fragrance collection. It's warm, it's woody, it's slightly boozy, it's vanillic, it's sweet, it's smoky, it is gorgeous, you guys. And for $29, I think, $27, you can't beat it. And yeah, Rich, Warm, Addictive, the tobacco collection. I sprayed it by accident on the opposite side of my arm of Moroccan Iris. Y'all, it's a whole vibe. It was delicious. I was like, is that still Moroccan Iris I'm smelling? But I'm smelling something else too. And I forgot I sprayed this vanillic tobacco vanilla, slightly closer to that fragrance. And it was amazing, you guys. Anyway, get your nose on this fragrance. Order it at Zara. It comes in the glass bottle now. I think before it came in a plastic bottle. I'm not quite sure, but it looked plastic. Anyway, this is beautiful. Love it. Very addicting as well and super affordable. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is Santal Sugar. Now, in Santal Sugar, the notes from Moroccan Iris is a cherry from Morocco. There's jasmine, there's violet, there's cedar, cedarwood, there's cinnamon. It's not spicy to me at all. Maybe just warms it up some. And there's iris butter in Moroccan Iris. Now, Santal Sugar. I ordered these samples from Lucky Scent. I've already worn up Santal Sugar. I have it on my arm. Now, Santal Sugar is not as beast mode as Moroccan Iris, but it does last a good 8 hours on skin. So I actually had two of these, you guys, and I wore them on. I tested one like multiple times, and then this one I wore completely on a separate day. So this is a beautiful fragrance. In here you have your violet. I think there's violet again. Sorry, not violet. There's bergamot, there's creme brulee, there's raspberry. That's what I'm thinking about because I get like a berry nuance. There's cacao. No, there is violet in here, you guys. There's violet, there's tonka absolute, and there's sandalwood. What I get from Santal Sugar, I love it. And I wanted a more of a sandalwoody, sweet fragrance. And this definitely has a good amount of sandalwood in here. I wanted to buy the Ex Nihilo Santal fragrance, and it's really good, but it's giving, but it's not giving as much as I want it to. But this one is giving me a lot because of those fruity notes in here as well. So I almost get a little coconutty, raspberry, sandalwood, like creamy vibe from this fragrance. It almost smells like a cranberry, a raspberry, like a raspberry tart, a raspberry crumble tart with sandalwood. That is what this smells like, Santal Sugar. You don't get lychee. I don't get the lychee in here or the lychee. The bergamot, it's a slight citrusy, very minimal in the opening, but I get more of like a raspberry crumble dessert in like a graham cracker shell a bit, which gives it like that sandalwood scent. But you get a lot of raspberry, you get a little bit of powderiness from the violet. This house, LORGA Parfums, know how to do violet really well. But this is definitely gourmand leaning. I love it. You definitely get that raspberry, like a creamy, powdery raspberry tart housed in a creme brulee crumble, like a graham cracker crust crumble a little bit. But y'all, this is really good. I think this may be my next purchase if I could find this on a really good sale, you guys. I need a sale, okay? Because these fragrances are expensive, but Santal Sugar, I love this one. Now, Ombre Platin. I really, really love Ombre Platin as well. In the opening of Ombre Platin, let's see, in this fragrance, I have a sample of this one. In this fragrance, you have your bergamot, tangerine. You have almond absolute, which I got a lot of almond in this fragrance. Rose, pink berry, cinnamon, vanilla, white musk, amber, and caramel. So in this fragrance, for me, it was very ambery, nutty, sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and smell it again just to remind myself, because I wrote some notes. So it's really good. You get a really sweet tangerine in here and a berry scent. Oh yeah, there's pink berries in here. You get the tangerine. It's gourmand leaning too as well. So this one is good, y'all. So you get berries. It's almost like a tart, the crust of a tart as well. Yeah, you get that almondy, red berry, slightly floral, but not really floral. It's more gourmand leaning. Woody, it's so good. Ombre Platin by LORGA, you guys. It dried down to a little bit of more of an almondy scent. The red berries, you get a lot in the opening. But yeah. I don't really get a prominent floral in here. It's maybe the florals is kind of cutting the gourmand aspect of the fragrance, But yeah, the brightness, a little bit of brightness of the bergamot, not too much bergamot, but it's very ambery, it's caramelly, it's red berry-ish, It's sweet, it still almost reminds you of creme brulee in a well, like a raspberry creme brulee, But you get that almond, that caramel, the red berries, and you get a crust, in this fragrance. Y'all, this is good. Ombre Platin, I don't know, Santal Sugar or Ombre Platin. I know Ombre Platin's been around for a while, but Santal Sugar gives me more of that sandalwood, coconutty, raspberry sandalwood inside. This one is good, y'all. It's so good. So the next one I have is Nectar Cachet. And Ombre Platin is Beast, okay? So this is Nectar Cachet. Now, Nectar Cachet, it's very ambery as well. It's like there's leather and tobacco in here. It said there's dried fruits in here, candied fruits, jasmine, honey, saffron, nectar, tobacco, leather, and vanilla. So I really like this one, but I did get the tobacco in here. It's not leather heavy. Not leather heavy at all, just like a very soft leather fragrance. But it was more of it almost smells like a tobacco, peachy, ambery scent, you know? But there's a saffron in here. I think the saffron mixed with the candied fruits and the leather in here, it's good. It's really nice, but it doesn't blend as well as the other ones. You know, Moroccan Iris, amazing, like blended to perfection. Ombre Platin, blended to perfection. Santal Sugar, blended to perfection, you know? This one is nice, but I'm not really too keen on that saffron combination with the candied fruits and the leather. But it's very nice. Would I purchase a full bottle of this? Probably not, because I got a lot of other ambery, sweet ambery fragrances that are like this. This is rich. This is adult. You know, this is not, you know, this is grown. This is unisex for sure. You know, I could see a man wearing this as well. You know, even though it has candied fruits and honey and saffron in here. It's very beautiful. It is, you know. But would I purchase this? I am not sure, but it is beautiful. Yeah. I like it. The honey, you can really get a prominent note of honey in this fragrance. So you have your saffron. You have the warm, spicy kind of, you know, tartness from the saffron. Or bitterness from the saffron, because saffron can be slightly bitter or earthy as well. You know, a little bit of that leather and the smokiness from the tobacco, very unisex. But I don't know if I would purchase a full bottle of this one. I mean, unless I found it half price, y'all. So the next one is Musk Palawan. Musk Palawan, okay? And this Musk Palawan, you have your bergamot, lime, honey, marine notes, exotic fruits, vanilla, ylang ylang, and you have some white musk. I like this one in the opening, but this one got a little floral for me in the dry down. So y'all, let's see. It's very fresh. It's very marine. It's very nice, you know, definitely unisex in the opening, but it started to lean a little feminine. Santal Sugar is unisex. Ombre Platin is unisex, but both are slightly sweetened and slightly gourmand leaning. So Musk Palawan is fresh. You get the bergamot. You get some greenness in this fragrance as well. Definitely unisex. You know, you get the marine notes, kind of like a sea note. Yeah, it's very fresh. It's nice. Would I purchase this one? Probably not. But it's definitely a summer fragrance, you know. Yeah, definitely an amazing summer fragrance. But for me, I love like lime in my summer fragrances. This has lime, but I like a little more of a sweeter lime coconut. This has lime. It also has honey, marine notes, exotic fruits, ylang ylang, white musk, and bergamot, you know. But yeah, woody as well, you know. But you get those marine sea notes, woodiness, a little bit of lime, but it's like yeah, definitely unisex. Dare I say, leaning a little bit towards the masculine edge, even though it has that ylang ylang inside. But it's nice. It's very fresh and amazing for the summer. All right, that is all, you all, for LORGA Parfums. Go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good. I don't know which one I like more. Ombre Platin is good. It's good. And then Santal Sugar is amazing as well, you guys. You know, and Musk Palawan is nice. It's musky. It's getting it's white musk, very musky. You know, all right. Anyway, go out to the world. Have an amazing day. Spread amazing sillage. Do good, be good. All of that. And love you all. Lucky Scent, like I said, has samples, you guys. Get your nose on the house of LORGA Parfums. I was so close to buying this and paying that shipping fee, but I'm so glad that I did, you guys. All right. Bye-bye. Love you all. Mwah.